Hold on, bud. Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? Derek here, back again. Monday afternoon, getting ready to say Monday morning, but definitely afternoon. Gonna hop on the dial. Welcome. If you're joining us live, welcome. If you're watching this after the fact, welcome. Appreciate you. We cover real estate on this channel, specifically virtual wholesaling real estate, as that's what I'm doing. I live in California. Virtually source opportunity and closing deals out in the Houston, Texas market. So if you're in that market, either personally, physically, or virtually, I'd love to connect with you and network, see if we may be able to make something shake, make something happen. Feel free to drop a comment on this video or any one of my videos, letting me know what if you're in that Houston market. Do me a favor, if you're watching this after the fact or you're catching this live as well, drop in the comment what market you are in wholesaling. If you are going ahead and taking action and wholesaling real estate, let me know what market you're in and whether or not you're physically in that market or you're virtually wholesaling in that market. If this is the first time to the channel, go ahead, do me a favor. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. I do go live, try to go live at least once a day, Monday through Friday, documenting my live cold calls, my live lead follow-ups, stuff of that sort, everything wholesaling real estate essentially. So if that's the type of content you're interested in, again, please feel free to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. I invite you to drop a comment if you are kind of newer to the business, and if you had any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop a comment. I'll do my very best to answer them. By no means am I a pro. I have closed 2 deals since I've started this about a year ago, so gaining some traction here. Uh, so again, I'd never want to come across like I'm some pro that knows everything. I know that there's always something to learn, and I'm learning something new every day. But I also know that at the point of my career that I'm at, after closing my 2 deals, that I likely know a little bit more than somebody who's just starting out, maybe just starting to become familiar with the business. So again, please feel free to leave a comment with any questions, comments, concerns that you have, and I'll do my very best to address those for you. If you are experienced and you feel like you have something to share, I invite that as well. Please feel free to drop a comment with any recommendations, suggestions. After watching my content, I'm always, like I said, I'm learning something new every day. So I'm always welcoming you to, as long as you're nice about it, don't be rude, but, tell me, hey, Derek, you should do this. Or Derek, I see that you do this. Why don't you try this instead? I do it this way, and it seems to be more efficient than the way that you're doing it. Or I seem to be generating more leads when I do this way. So please, if you feel like you have some more experience and you feel like you have something to share, I encourage you to share it with not only me but the little community that we're building in here. We are building a little bit of a community. We have some loyal subscribers who tend to hop on the live sessions, anywhere from just starting out in wholesaling to closing deals. I have one of my subscribers, CWL, was supposed to get a $10,000 check last Friday, so I'm hoping that he hops on today and shares the good news with us. Hoping that that's the case. Keeping my fingers crossed for him. So yeah, again, anywhere from beginner to experienced wholesalers on the channel, building a little bit of a community. So bring your recommendations, suggestions, questions. If I'm not able to address any questions, comments, concerns that you have, maybe somebody in the community will be able to help you out. So today I started off this morning. I sent off a little over 300 new texts. Um, Typically I will, and this is a little redundant if you read the description of this video, but typically I've been limiting my Mondays and Tuesdays to solely text messages, and I've been dedicating Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays to hopping on the dialer and a bulk of my lead follow up on those days as well. So, but today, what's been happening is I've been becoming a little bit more efficient and proficient in using the text software that I just started implementing. So I kind of had it that way set up where I was splitting my time, throughout the week, because I needed to really focus on the text. And, I couldn't be doing both at the same time or even both of them in the same day. I felt like even sending off a few hundred texts would have taken me like hours in the past, but now I'm becoming a little bit more proficient. So I was able to kind of burn through those 300. I sent off like three. Let's see how many I sent off. 319 earlier today. Nothing too hot. Got a couple people that already sold it, which is, I guess, reassuring to me. It makes me feel like I'm kind of hot on the next lead's tail. If somebody just sold their property, that means people in this list are selling their property. So uh, got a bunch of no's though, and that's kind of cool with me too. Uh, the more no's I get, the closer I get to that next yes. So nothing too crazy on the text. Still kind of trickling in here and there. Stop, stop, stop. No thanks. Don't text or call me. It's not for sale. Stop. Nope, but thanks. Please stop. No, no, no. Not for sale. You know what I mean? So again, it's reassuring to know that I'm at least reaching the right people and they are letting me know that they're not interested. Um, it's all part of it. Now I'm just trying to weed out the ones who are interested. So I'm gonna hop on the dialer. Uh, I followed up with the people who I wanted to follow up with through text as well today. I had a few people who had let me know, a week or two ago that they had already signed a contract and they were set to close, in the near future. So I've been following up with those people with no success. They haven't been texting me back. So I've set a follow up next week to give them a call just to see, if they're going to give me some type of a response on whether or not they were able to close, right? Because in those specific cases where you find somebody who is already under contract with another investor or wholesaler, you don't want to stop following up those people. You actually, based off of my understanding and the way that I've learned, you actually want to increase the amount of times you're following up with that person until it reaches the closing table and they're actually paid. Because it doesn't mean anything for them to just sign a contract. It's a whole other thing to actually bring it to the closing table and for them to get paid for their property. So, going to continue following up with those until I get confirmation on whether or not they were able to close. I've been kind of cross-referencing prop stream as well to see if the title has changed. Somebody else has taken title to it. Uh, yeah. REI Capital, what made you get into wholesaling real estate? Let me answer that 1 second. My dog's at the door wanting to get out. What made me get into wholesaling real estate? The first time I learned about it was from Mark Witten. I believe he's in the New Jersey market. Um, he was on a show that I watched, The Breakfast Club. If you're familiar with it, they're kind of uh, you know interview people, pop culture, bring people on, and they brought him on. They started to tailor it towards entrepreneurial type stuff, and they brought him on, and I watched that. Must have been years ago, probably 2016, 2017. Uh, and he was talking about how he was doing this, real estate with no money down, uh, which is essentially what wholesaling is. If you ever hear that, with an ads or wherever you're hearing that, get into real estate with little or no money down, they're talking about wholesaling. Um, for the most part, there's obviously other, ventures in real estate that allows you to do that creatively. But for the most part, they're talking about wholesaling, and that's what he was talking about, wholesaling. How he was getting these properties under contract and assigning his interests, his equitable interests. And I heard it, and it definitely piqued my interest, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I was at my 9 to 5 job. Uh, Again, this was 3 4 years ago, and to me, I've always been kind of entrepreneurial. I've always kind of had a little side hustle going, but this seemed like something that I couldn't really, I know that a lot of people think this way about real estate in general, is that it's this huge beast that can't be tackled without years of education or mentorship. And that's honestly how I thought of it. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting, but I can never do that. That's real estate. That's too much for me. So I, did, little, again, side gigs, little entrepreneurial things here and there. Nothing really panned out. But in March of 2020, I decided to quit my job. It was just taking up, I mean, one, I hated it, you know, and I know everybody says that about their job. Oh, I hate it, but I really did hate it. It gave me anxiety. It stressed me out. And I hated the line of work. I was in insurance. Uh, so I decided to quit with no real goal or not goal, but no real plan as to what I was going to do after that. I just knew that I was going to go into real estate. Kind of, force myself, put my back against the wall by quitting my job and leaving myself no other option. because I've always wanted to get into real estate, or at least over the past few years, but I always kind of used my job as an excuse, right? Oh, well, and I had to commute like an hour. I was in my car driving to work, and I drove to the train station. I would hop on the train and sit on the train for another 30 minutes. I was commuting probably like 3 hours out of my day every day. Um, and then working, 8 hours, 9 hours at the place. So I always use that as an excuse. But then yeah, again, I quit my job and I left myself no excuse. It was literally the week before the COVID lockdown. Um, I actually was probably, how I always say it, I'm fairly certain that I had COVID, but it was like right before COVID was a thing. It was like late February. There was a really bad bug going around the office and everybody was getting sick. And I got sick, and it was probably the sickest I've ever been. Um, I had missed work for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, which was unheard of. Nobody took time off work because it was so demanding. And then I came back into the office. Um, and then like 3 days after that, everybody's talking about this COVID thing and how it's spreading like wildfire. And then like a week after that, everybody goes on lockdown. And I had already put in my 2 weeks notice before that. So I put in my 2 weeks notice. We go on lockdown. And then my boss approaches me like, "Are you sure? Like, you want to quit? There's just like so much up in the air. I don't want to have you put yourself in like a horrible position where you're not going to be able to make money or whatever." And I was like, you know what? This is another sign. Yes, I'm going to quit. This is just another thing that I could use as an excuse, but I don't. I don't want to, so I quit. My initial goal in real estate was to become an agent. I did everything in educating myself to become a real estate salesperson or a real estate agent. I did everything but take the test. I got all of the education certificates, did everything but take the test, because right before I took the test, I started to learn, or I got refamiliarized with wholesaling. So I was like, you know what, let me give this a shot. Me and two of my old partners who are no longer doing it with me, we started it out. We didn't really take it seriously, to be honest. We were doing everything that everybody tells you not to do, right? Don't build a website. We built a website. Don't file for an LLC. We did that. Don't, you know what I mean? We just did everything, creative avoidance. And then we finally were like, all right, we need to start calling people. So we started hitting the phones. By no means were we hitting the phones compared to what I'm doing now, compared to what other people do. We were probably talking to like no more than 30 people amongst the three of us a day. Um, and then we started learning about new things, this, that, and the third. And then one of my partners backed out, and then my second partner backed out. And again, I don't have a job, you know what I mean? So my back's against the wall. I'm living off my savings. I pulled out of my 401k. So doubled down myself, got my first deal solo, closed it, and then my second one came shortly after that. Closed that one too. So now I'm just in the hunt. Now I'm trying to rinse and repeat here. What's the hardest thing about wholesaling? Did you have a mentor? Or did you get started solo? Well, coincidentally, I kind of answered that second part. What's the hardest thing about wholesaling? Um, Consistency. Consistency is the hardest thing. And once you can overcome that, it's really not difficult. Everybody says it about the business. It's simple, not easy. Uh, Everything. I mean, it's very simple. You try to talk to as many motivated sellers as possible. There's obviously ways in which you can perfect the process, the whole process, like pulling better lists, improving your sales skills, listening and studying yourself on the phone and figuring out what you can say and how you can say it better. But for the most part, again, the process itself, very simple. Talk to as many motivated sellers as possible, find out who wants to sell, get the property under contract, find a buyer who wants to buy it at a higher price, right? Very simple, but it's not easy. It's hard to stay consistent because I make it sound easy when I say talk to as many motivated sellers as possible. But what does that mean? To me, my metrics for the most part, I get a hot lead, meaning that they want to like sell within, the next 90 days. The condition is poor and there's motivation as to why they want to sell. I get that type of person maybe one out of every 50 people I talk to, one out of 50 contacts that I talk to, meaning that it is the person that I was looking for. Um, so yeah, about 2 out of 100 are like, yeah, I'm interested in it, receiving an offer, and they're willing to talk to me, and they're a hot lead for the most part. but not every hot lead is actually going to convert. And so, you know, what I'm trying to express is that the scale at which you have to do these things is grand. You have to do these things at a grand scale, which is why consistency is the hardest part, because you will go months talking to people, getting no's, and even the people who are interested in the first, when you first start getting people who are interested, for the most part, you're not going to have the skills to even convert those people. And you're going to have to get to, me and my partner always talked about this. We would, because and I always want to be transparent about this. We had 3 properties under contract before I closed my first deal after everybody backed out. So, we kept getting to a certain point and we would meet some resistance and then we'd lose the deal. And then we would kind of have to recalibrate, like, what happened right there? Why weren't we able to get to the next step? And then the next time around, we pushed through that resistance that we hit the first time. And then we got to the next step, hit more resistance, and then the deal fell through. It's like, okay, we got to recalibrate. When we get to that point the next time around, how can we push through it? And so that's what it's going to be. And that's why the consistency is imperative. You're going to talk with 100 people. You're going to get people who say yes, but you're not going to know how to convert them. And then the next person, you're going to convert them, but you may not be able to bring it all the way to the closing table because you can't find a buyer. And the next time you're going to find a buyer, but then your numbers are going to be off and it's not the type of spread that you thought was going to be there. So that's the hardest part, in my opinion, is the consistency. You have to show up every day. And the majority of the days that you're showing up, you're not going to see results. It's just part of it. You know what I mean? And did you have a mentor? Did you get started solo? I did not have a mentor. Strictly YouTube University. I was on YouTube every day. YouTube's my best friend. If I ever want to learn anything, I go to YouTube, and I had in my Instagram bio, I have a little saying that says, "I know a little about a lot, and a lot about a little." It's kind of funny, but it's true, because anytime I ever am interested in something, like just yesterday, I thought to myself, this is super random, but I thought to myself, "Damn, why is gelato so much better than ice cream?" Right? Because it's so creamy. And I went to YouTube and I was like, "Why is gelato so much more creamy?" And then I figured out it's because it has less like butter fat or something in it. As silly as that sounds, that's just what you have to be. People forget how easily accessible information is. So if you have a question, how to wholesale, go to YouTube, how to wholesale. You're going to find hundreds, thousands of videos of good content too. I mean, obviously there's going to be bad content and that's on you to sift through it, but just take action. You know what I mean? I didn't have a mentor. I got started with 2 partners, but both of them have backed out since then. And since then, I've done 2 deals by myself. So you know what I mean? It's all you got to do is take action. So REI Capital. I think this is the first time you joined the channel, so or hopped in a video. I don't think I've seen you before. So welcome. Let me know. Have you started your wholesaling career? Are you thinking about getting into it? And that's why you're kind of vetting me and figuring out, if it's going to be a good fit for you. I'm interested to know, where are you along your journey? Can you really close a deal with no money, or is it just something some people say? You can. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it, right? Because in wholesaling, you can do it for free, but the way that I'm doing it is not for free. I'm paying for a dialer. I'm paying for skip tracing to be able to get these people's phone numbers. I'm paying for electronic signature software like DocuSign. I'm paying, since I'm doing it virtually, I pay somebody to go out to the property and take pictures. And I put up the earnest money that I promised to on the contract, which is $100. So again, there's ways to get around that. You don't have to call off of a dialer. You can hand dial. You don't have to pay for skip tracing. You can go on truepeoplesearch.com and get the last associated numbers for that person. You don't have to put up your own earnest money. You can borrow it from a friend. You don't have to pay somebody to go take pictures. You can just do it in your market and drive over there yourself and take pictures. So there are ways that you can do wholesaling with no money down, but for the most part, building a wholesaling business is going to come with expenses, but not necessarily money that you have to put forth towards the purchase price of the property, if that makes sense. So like, you're going to have to pay for the marketing in order to reach those people, but you don't necessarily have to put up tens of thousands of dollars to buy the property, because you're never actually taking title to the property. You only have equitable interest in it because you have the contract direct to seller. And again, there are other ways in real estate aside from wholesaling that allows you to do creative real estate with no money down. My buddy, who I follow, He's in real estate, and he does flips himself. So he's not actually wholesaling; he's flipping. And he just closed the deal, $85,000 net profit, and he put no money down because he's leveraging his network. He's leveraging, his experience. He's leveraging other people's money. He's getting, hard money loans. He's getting private money lenders giving him money because he's has a proven track record. So people are literally bringing him money to do deals because they know that they're going to get a return on their investment. So he literally netted 85K, no money out of pocket. It's going to take some time, and you have to build a track record in order to get there. And for the most part, when you start out, people are going to want you to have some skin in the game yourself. So, it's possible, but in wholesaling, it's going to require a little bit of money. How much are you spending on customer acquisition, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, so to be honest, I don't have the deal flow. I don't have the constant deal flow to really be able to assess like my true customer acquisition costs. Um, but I'll tell you what, I've spent probably just as much as I've made. Or collectively, me and my partners, we spent just as much as we made, and I've made 14,000. My first deal was a $12,000 spread. I JV'd, I partnered with Boots on the Ground out in Houston, my virtual market. We split it 50-50. So I got 6K on that one. You can go watch my old playlist. I titled it My First Wholesale Deal. Luckily, I was able to pretty much capture A to Z, contract to close that whole entire deal. I documented every time I hopped on the phone with my title company, every time I hopped on the phone with my JV partner, my buyer, my seller, the tenant. So you can go watch that. And I've gone on plenty of rants about that JV partner, but he definitely didn't deserve the full 50-50 split, in my opinion. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But so we split that one 6K, and then my second deal I took down 8K by myself, no partners involved. So I've netted 14,000. And since me and my partner started this in the beginning of all of this, we probably spent upwards of that. Um, but that's just going to come with it, right? We also did a lot of stuff unnecessarily. Built a website, paid for website subscriptions, are paying for the LLC, all types of stuff that we didn't have to. Um, but again, that's a great question, because that's really what I'm excited about, is when I have the amount of income and deal flow to be able to predict and really determine that type of stuff. Like, okay, I'm spending this much and I'm netting this much. Like, something needs to change. I need to either lower my customer acquisition cost, or increase my net profits by increasing my buyers list, find new buyers, or refine my sales process so where I can get these contracts lower. Uh, so I am excited about that, but I don't really have the data. You know what I mean? I don't have a big enough sample size of deals and data to be able to determine my true customer acquisition costs. Let me hop on the dialer though. I've been bullshit enough. Going to go ahead and call. Oh, I need to. So the dialer that I use is Call Tools. I got both of my deals, and I like to be transparent about this as well. Both of my deals came from Mojo Dialer when I was dialing off of that dialer. Um, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around Call Tools and figuring out the best way, the most efficient way to use it. So honestly, if I were to recommend somebody to get a dialer, if you're a solo, if you're doing it solo, I would do Mojo. Call Tools seems to be more geared towards people who are scaling and building out a team of callers, um, primarily because with Mojo, it's about $160 for a triple line dialer per month. And anytime that you want a second person dialing the same time that somebody else is, you're going to need a whole other dialer. So you're having to pay another $160 per month. Whereas with Call Tools, you can add an unlimited amount of dialers as long as you have the amount of data to support that process and that system there. Then you're not having to pay any more for extra callers, extra dialers. So I'm gonna hop in here, start dialing through. This is the driving for dollars list here. I virtually drive for dollars. I have a little mini playlist on my channel as well if you want to check that out. It's like a 3-part series. I have since refined it a little bit to make it a little bit more streamlined, but for the most part, It's still very similar to that playlist. So I just use Google Maps, go ahead and drive on Google Maps, identify some properties. They look like they have physical distress on them, and give them a call. Chips here. I'm gonna start making some room on my desk.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Jordan.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, this is Derek. I'm sorry. I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Mayford Street.
I do own it.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a call. Wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there. You ever considered selling?
No, I'm too old to sell, and I ain't got nowhere to go.
I see. Completely understand that. Well, while I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No, I ain't got no more.
No. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
All right.
All right. Bye now.
Thanks.
Nice guy. Not interested. Contact made. On to the next. I don't remember how many lines I'm dialing off of, and that's the kind of the power of call tools as well. You can dial up to 10 different lines at a time, whereas Mojo it's 3 max. Although anybody who uses call tools will say don't go more than 5, because then your abandon rate's gonna go up because you can't obviously talk to 2 different people on 2 different lines at the same time. So if somebody answers while you're already on the line with somebody else, that call will likely be abandoned, meaning they're just gonna hang up. Hey, Rosa.
Yeah.
Rosa, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Harrell Street.
I do not own that property.
Oh, okay. Do I have the wrong number here?
It does not belong to me. I know who lives there, but it does not belong to me.
Oh, okay. Completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to know if that person is possibly interested in parting ways with that property anytime soon?
No.
No. Okay. Well, and again, while I have you, would you happen to have any property or maybe a piece of land you'd be interested in selling at the moment?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye now. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that wrong number so that the other numbers attached to that property will get dialed. Because she said no, but the way I asked it, I asked if she would if she knew if the people are interested, and she said no. So I'm assuming she meant like no, I don't know. Uh, but sorry, I'm freezing. But I try my best to ask that, because if it's like a relative, like a son, daughter, mother, father, close relative that's going to tell me no, they're not interested in selling, I'll take their word for it. I don't need to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Excuse me.
Hello?
Hey, is this Miss Gutierrez?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Who's this?
Hi, this is Derek. Sorry.
Hello?
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 Yes, this is Derek. I'm sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Twin Oak Street.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Weird. That's been happening though. Because I'm literally just talking into my computer. I have a headset, but I want you guys to be able to hear them talk. I think I just need to get like an external speaker or something like that, so I can still use my headset for the microphone. Because that pops up. That happens kind of often, not often, but it comes up every once in a while where somebody can't hear me, and I would probably assume that it's because I'm talking through my computer. But the person before that, was able to hear me perfectly fine. I think I've already talked to somebody. I think I've already spoken with somebody for this property. Um, yeah. Why are they here? That's no bueno. I'm gonna go ahead and back off for a second. That shouldn't be the case. They shouldn't be getting dialed if I've already spoken with them. I have a call. This is somebody. This is a lead of mine. Um, I just spoke with her on Friday. That's again no bueno. I'm gonna go ahead and back out for 1 second and make sure that all of my filters are set up properly so that they're not dialing people I've already spoke with. Settings, live filter. Yeah, I mean that's no good. That's again, I'm still wrapping my head around call tools for the most part. This is the first time I've run into that, and the only reason I noticed was because again, this is a lead of mine who I've been speaking with. Going to get call tools this week. Sheesh, right as I said it. What's going on, Mohammed? Yeah. I mean, give it a try. I mean, it's clearly worth it once you figure it out. I have just not wrapped my head around figuring it out yet. Because I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Having calling people, um, calling people who are already being called. That's something I definitely don't want to happen. Um, yeah, data, contacts, filter. I want to say last call, agent disposition, contact made. I just want to see everybody who has that. See, like right here, yeah, these shouldn't be. It's just so bizarre to me. Usually, if I mark contact, sorry guys, this is something that I really need to address because that shouldn't be the case. So like this gentleman here, Willie, I likely spoke with him and marked contact made. Oh, but I don't have a contact disposition. I don't know what's going on here. Why I have so many contact mades with no disposition. Well, okay, so no, I have all these contact mades, but none of them are actually being dialed. Only those first bunch are being dialed. But yeah, follow up. Literally have a follow up set for this person, and they're still in my system. So like, I don't want to have to go through and do this manually. What I want to do is, I don't, man, that's really bothersome. But I'm going to. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here and just take everybody off manually. Anybody who I've contacted, spoken with, and have a future. That was something that Mojo made very simple. It's like, don't call anybody who has a future follow up attached to it. Um, I honestly wonder why that's happening, but I'm gonna have to take note of that and look into that later. I'll just call it a different list for now. Tools. Contact already made. All right. And I've been in here messing around with things, so I'm sure I did something incorrect. But I just don't want that to ever happen again. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to talk with. And that did happen last Friday too when I was dialing. I spoke with a guy. He ended up being kind of a follow up for me, but he was like, "Yeah, I think I've talked with you already." And I was like, "Oh shit, hopefully not." But here we go. See, now I'm in here messing around with my leads and stuff. I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure that those don't slip through the cracks. You know, they may be duplicates too, and it might just be that I am not handling the duplicate process correctly. What's up with everybody though? How was your weekend? You guys have a good weekend? Gearing up for Thanksgiving?
Bueno,
Hey, Miss Sanchez.
¿cómo?
Sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number here. Hopefully, you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Dion Drive. I don't think she understood me. That was something else. Something else that I've been doing. I'm actually just reached out to somebody in my my group here. I'm trying to recruit a Spanish speaking caller. Um, Not for people like that, but more so for the people who are able to articulate and communicate to me that they do have interest in selling, but that they would feel more comfortable speaking with a Spanish speaker. So, so she sounds like I have somebody right here that I just kind of recruited. She's definitely willing to help out. So that'll allow me to maximize on my opportunities here because that does happen. I have two people who I spoke with in the last week. One person that I was texting and I was using Google Translate to try to just see how far I could take it, the conversation. But then he stopped texting me. And then a gentleman who I cold called on Friday who was saying that he is interested, but he just would like for somebody to call him in Spanish. God, I'm not gonna lie though, it's making me kind of uneasy knowing that I could possibly be calling people I've already talked with. It's like something about that just doesn't really sit well with me whatsoever. It's bad enough that like I have the nerves on the phone already, but adding that level of like of that possibility uh, makes me even more nervous. Hey, Thelma. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number. Hopefully, you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Fulton Street.
Wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Got a little under 500 properties here to dial through. Um, I'm gonna try to get through that in this live stream here. Appreciate anybody who's tapping in with me here. Do me a favor if you haven't already, hit that like button. Really does help me out. Hmm. Hey, Raphael.
See,
Hi there. This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Tassel Street.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you would ever consider an offer on your property there. You
No,
considered selling?
no,
No, okay, completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any other property you might consider selling at the moment?
no, not right now.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Bye bye.
Have you tried to REI Sift? It removes duplicates. No, I haven't tried it myself, but I need to get something like that. Yeah, I know exactly what it is, and I know the benefit of it. I just hello.
Hello?
Hey, is this Mr. Moore?
Hello? Who's this?
Hey, this is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random here, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Bennington Street.
We're not interested, sir.
Okay, completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
But I do. I mean, yeah, it's just been unnecessary for me to implement something like that at this point. Um, because again, in the past, when I was using Mojo Dialer, it was very simple. I mean, it's just yeah, Call Tools just makes everything a little bit more difficult, to be quite honest. Again, I know there is benefit in what they have to offer when you're doing things at scale, but yeah, I mean, I honestly don't think that was a duplicate because I saw that I had a follow up scheduled for that property card that I had there. So it was just a matter of why they were being added back into the queue on Call Tools. They say that the person or the property rather is either ready or not ready. When you call them, it automatically places them not ready until
I can't come to the phone right now. At the stop.
until a specific designated point in time that you designate. So that's I think your sales funnel is what they refer to it as, meaning that I'm going to call this number. If I don't get an answer, then it's going to get added back into the queue in 2 hours. If I call them the second time and they don't answer, they'll get added back into the queue, 4 hours after that. So I think that's where I'm messing up. I don't think that it was actually a duplicate. I think that it was something like that because I just scrolled through my list again and saw that a bunch of people who I have marked contact made were ready, and again they're being re-added back into the campaign to get called. So I think that's honestly a quick fix that I can just do right now. So I'm gonna go not available, hop out of this campaign real quick, and then over to my manager dashboard. Come into data, sales funnels, and figure this out. No, I don't think it's in sales funnels that I need to worry about. Live filters. Oh, What? So, yeah, live filters. Let me come in here and make sure. Yeah. I'm messing up. Yeah, this is I can literally see right here where I messed up. So I'm honestly just never gonna call this campaign. I don't know. It's gonna take me a second. I'm not gonna call it right now. At least it's gonna take me a second to figure it out, wrap my brain around that. But essentially, what's happening is it's it's not only it's pulling more people into that campaign than I want it to, because of the tags that I have set up. So what did I say? Live filter first D4D campaign. All right, that should okay. I mean, I know that that's what it is right there. At least I'm 99% sure. So as long as I don't call that list today, that should be good. Or that campaign rather. Because yeah. So I think we're Gucci. REI Sift though, I've heard great things about that. Gotta look into that. I know a lot of people in my coaching program have that and use it for their list stacking to be able to kind of market to the lower hanging fruit, because that's what that does as well. Like you're saying, if you have 5 different lists, one of them is a vacant, one of them is an absentee owned, one of them is tax delinquent, you know what I mean? And then you put them all in the system, it's going to tell you not only where there is duplicate properties, but those duplicate properties likely have higher motivation because they're in more than one list. They are. Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Mr. Garcia.
yes.
Hi there. This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on McDaniel Street.
Yeah, it's not for sale.
Oh, okay. Completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, this is Captain. Go ahead and leave me a voicemail, and I'll get back to you.
Hello?
Hi, is Miss De Leon?
No, you have the wrong number. Please take me off your list.
Will do, ma'am. Thank you for answering. Have a good one. Although I still don't think that. Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, this was always my fear with using call tools. Once I figured out that there was so much went into ensuring that you weren't calling the same person, um, I knew that I was gonna run into situations where I was going to call the same person. It's just like so obvious that I'm sure that that happens with so many different people too using call tools. It's just like it's very complex. And like, hey Joe.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Uh, Sorry, I know this is a bit random here, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Julia Street.
What?
A property that I believe you own over on Julia Street.
Sir, this is a business.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number here.
Okay.
thank you for calling, or thanks for taking the call. Rather, I appreciate it.
That's all right.
All right,
Okay.
bye now. I will never I will never entertain or further the conversation if I know that it's a business, if it's like their place of work. I He didn't really answer with any indication that it was a business, so I went for it anyways. But had he answered it like, "Hey, Joe's Auto Repair Shop," I would have just said it right from the out of the gate that I had the wrong number. Man, and I'm all flustered. I'm messing up my words here and shit. I'm telling you, this thing's hurting my head, but sounds good now. This list. Hey, Juan.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, is this Mr. or Mrs. Escobar?
Who?
I'm looking for Mr. or Mrs. Escobar.
No, you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Where the lead's at? Hello? Hey, Jose.
Bueno.
Hey, hi, is this Miss Menace?
Sí.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Norham Street.
I think you have the wrong person because my last name is Jimenez, but I don't owe any house on Norham Street.
Oh, okay. I might have the wrong information here. Well, while I have you, would you happen to have any property that you'd be interested in selling at the moment?
To be honest, do you have any property that you're selling?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking to buy a house. I live in an apartment.
Oh, is that right? What area are you looking for?
On north side.
North side? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have anything myself for sale in that area, but
What is the area do you have?
what's that?
What areas do you have?
Right now we're working a project. We're more so working fix and flip projects. We have one out in Pasadena and one out in Conroe at the moment. But what I was gonna say is, if it's something that you're open to, I'd love to get you in contact with a realtor that we work closely with, and they'll be able to help you locate something if you don't already have somebody that you're working with.
Well, I'm trying to look for houses, but not at this moment. Probably in the next 6 months to 9 months,
Mm-hmm.
because I have some medical issues at this moment.
Mm.
But I do want to get a house. I don't want to continue living in an apartment.
Sure.
Too much stress living in an apartment.
Sure. I hear you. Okay, well then what I'll do is I'll kind of take your information down. What was your name again?
Miss Jimenez, you can call me from Miss Jimenez.
Miss Jimenez. Okay. All right, Miss Jimenez. I'll take your information down here. I'll pass it along to the realtor that I'm speaking about, and I'll just kind of let him know what your timeline's looking like. That you're not necessarily interested in pulling the trigger on something until 6 to 9 months, like you're saying.
Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call, and his name is Terrence. So when he does reach out, he'll likely say that Derek provided him with your information, just so you know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you again. Have a great one.
You're welcome. Uh-huh.
Bye now. I almost forgot my realtor's name. Quit, bud. No. Stop it. But that is something that I'm going to do. Create note. Not interested. I thought she was trying to be smart with me in the first place. I was like, stop, buddy, please. Not interested in selling. Wants to move out of her apartment and buy something in 6 to 9 months. Eric pitched the realtor referral and she was open to it. Save that note. Mark her as mark her as follow-up. Give myself a calendar event to refer to realtor. Inform realtor of Miss Jimenez's timeline, and I'll throw it over to him in the beginning of the year. And then I'm going to mark her. Oh gosh, this one's difficult actually. It's almost like I have to create a new property for her because this isn't the right person that I was looking for. But what I can do is what I'm going to do is take her phone number here and just put it in that note so that I can remove her number from this specific property. Let's say connected with Miss Jimenez. She doesn't own this property here, but she does want to move out of her apartment and buy something in 6 to 9 months. Pitch Miss Jimenez's number. I can mark this wrong number on the contact. Keep it moving. I damn near almost made up somebody's name because I forgot my realtor's name, but his name is Terrence. I have since connected with another realtor. I may kick it to him. I forget his name though. Nothing crazy so far. That was like my first, I guess, follow-up and some type of task that I set for myself in the future. Hey, Laura.
Hello,
Hi, is this Mr. Ramos?
who's speaking?
Hey, this is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Debola Street.
No, this is Fulton. You have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. What did he just say? Did he say his name? That's why it's like so frustrating when people try to. I mean, I get it. They try to like screen the call, figure out who's calling. But if it wasn't the person who I was looking for in the first place, why didn't you just tell me that I had the wrong number? You know what I mean? Just kind of waste both of our time. Where the leads at? It's been quite some time since I pulled something in that's even slightly warm. Hey, Jose.
Bueno. Hello.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah.
Jose, how's it going?
Recording?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Deerfield Street.
It's not for sale, boss man.
All right, completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call, though. You can tell these people have been called. I've said this before, but that is why I frame the script the way that I do. I leave open the opportunity for them to tell me just like he did. It just saves both of us time. If he knows why I'm calling or can make a strong assumption as to why I'm calling and he's able to just shut it down right away, yeah, we're not selling. I prefer. Hey, Jimmy.
Hello?
Hey, Jimmy. Hello?
How can I help you?
Hey, this is Derek. Sorry, I know it's a bit random here, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Milwaukee Street. Another good example why I frame it the way that I frame it. Right there, I am going to safely assume that that was Jimmy, although I would have preferred him tell me, yeah, how can I help you? Yeah, this is Jimmy. You know what I mean? He didn't really, but I'm making that assumption because when I addressed him by his name twice, he did the same thing. He tried to or screen the call by asking who I was. Like, hey, Jimmy, who is this? You know what I mean? If it wasn't Jimmy, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, this isn't Jimmy. You have the wrong number. So that's why I feel comfortable making that assumption that it was Jimmy. And only once I brought the property up did he hang up. So I'm going to make the assumption that he is not interested in selling. Again, I frame it that way just to save everybody time. If I've even got to that point, I have a few phone calls here. So I say, hey, first name. That's me trying to confirm that I do have the right person on the phone. Second line is, hey, sorry, no, this is random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on this street. Again, this is the point in the conversation where it gets cut off a majority of the time because they know why I'm calling. They'll either hang up or just tell me right out, I'm not interested. If they say, yeah, that's my property, how can I help you? Then that's honestly like music to my ears because one, they aren't, I mean, primarily they're just not getting called by a bunch of other people, right? And this is my driving for dollars list. So when I hear that on my driving for dollars list, especially, it's even like I get even more excited because not only have they not been called, but they're not on any other list, which would, prompt them to be called as well. So the level of motivation probably isn't as grand as somebody who is getting called by thousands of other people, and I just happen to catch them at a good time. But it just makes for better conversation. And then the third line after I've proposed or not proposed, but brought up the reason why I'm calling about the property. If they say, yeah, what's going on? I say, yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you'd ever consider an offer on your property there. Again, it's like kind of slight and subtle as to like what I'm talking about why I pace the way that I do and why I pause where I do in my script. But that's why it leaves open the opportunity to just save everybody time by the seller just shutting you down earlier rather than later. That was Jimmy. Next. Yes, sir. I got you, Mom, and I'm sorry. I get caught talking. Jimmy don't want to sell. It was Jimmy with an IE too, so I probably wouldn't want to do business with him anyways.
Leave your name and phone number.
Dialed through about 100 properties at this point since I last brought it up. Hey, Giselle.
Yeah, it's Fitness Center?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number here.
Okay, no problem.
What's up, buddy? Crying for? What's up? Mom home? Yeah, she was. Hey, Shirley? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? That's the most I'll give them on the other line. If they don't answer after that, I'm keeping it moving.
You have dialed is not a working number. Dial 1.
Wonder how many lines I'm dialing off of. Contact rate just seems a little slow. Then again, it's like gearing up for Thanksgiving. I mean, we're still a few days away. I don't really think it has anything to do with contact rate, to be quite honest. This is the second time I've dialed through it, so I was meaning to increase the number of lines. Should I do that right now? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is Mr. Garcia?
Who are you looking for?
Hi, yeah, I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number. Hopefully you can help me out. I'm looking for the owner of a property on Bennington Street.
Bennington. Nah, Bennington. I'm not even sure where that street's at, but yeah, that's not me. I'm sorry.
No worries. Thanks for taking the call, though.
No problem. Take care. God bless.
You too. Wrong number. Oh. Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm going to come over, edit this campaign to dial off of. Oh, it is dialing off of 4. I'll kick it to 5. Six people abandoned, about 22% so far. Hop back in, see how that changes it. Let's see if we get some more people to speak with. Appreciate you guys bringing the likes in here like that. Again, it really does make a difference. All right.
Can I leave the door open?
Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Miss Lino?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Kaplan Street.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I might have the wrong number here. I apologize.
Okay, no problem.
Yep. Fun. Probably like 4. All right. Dang. Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
Hey, is Mr. Lopez?
There's no Lopez here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Kaplan Street. Nope. Wrong number. You guys brought the like, that extra like right after I said it. It's love. Hey, Roy.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Dorchester Street.
Yeah, not for sale, and need you to take it off the list.
Okay, completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call.
Yes, sir.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
You can already tell he was fed up. I don't know if you heard. I said, "Hey, Roy," and he said, "Yeah." He probably doesn't get called Roy, or that's probably, you know what I mean. Like if anybody's gonna call him Roy, it's probably because that's the name attached to his property, or I don't know. But I knew right away. That's why I started pointing at the computer. Sorry if that's annoying in the background. Looks like somebody's either moving in or out of the apartment. I feel like I got to come up with a name for our community that we're building here. About 300 properties left on the list here. Hello, Maria.
Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. Is this Mr. Herrera?
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
I said it last time too. This is the second time I'm calling through this list, so there's still going to be like a good bulk of people who it's just the wrong number, and I just have to that. Um, Usually, well, rather on Mojo Dialer, calling through one time was enough to trim the fat. But the problem is when you're dialing on more than 3 lines, then you're going to get some abandoned. Again, like I explained earlier, but some of those people may be wrong numbers too. So you just don't have the opportunity to trim the fat. Um, I almost want to connect with. Hello?
Hello, what do you want?
Hi, is this Mr. Lopez?
Please delete this number. I get 5 phone calls a day, and he's never had this phone.
Yes, sir. I apologize.
Thank you. Bye.
I don't got time for that. Said, what do you want? Those are the type of people where I'm like, why are you picking up your phone if that's how you're going to answer it? What if it was like, I don't know, something important? This is important. I'm tripping. Hello? Hello? CWO. Ayo. What's that? Did you close your deal or what? I'm waiting for you to get on here. I need an update ASAP. And while you're typing it out, don't forget to hit the like button. Because I know you were going to after you typed it out, but I just don't want you to forget. Hey, Jose.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is.
Who are you trying to get a hold of?
I was looking for Jose.
Yeah, he hadn't had this number in 15 years.
Oh, geez, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, he hung up with the quickness. Hey, Deborah.
Who is this?
Hey, this is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Core Street.
I don't think you well enough. You know me well enough first off to call me by my first name, and second off, you don't know me well enough to ask me about my property.
Completely understand, ma'am. Well, I appreciate you taking the call. I don't know if you guys caught that, but she says, first, I guess you did catch it. You don't know me well enough to call me by my first name, and you don't know me well enough to ask about my property. It's all good. All that means to me, she's not interested. And that's why I've said this a lot in the past, but if it's a name like that, I was just doing more than one thing. I typically will go, hello?
Yes, I can help you.
Hi, this is Miss Graham.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number here. I was looking for the owner of a property on Spence Street.
No, I always call to let them know to get this number off of the whatever it is because you guys are calling a business number.
I'm so sorry about that. I'll take you off here.
Alrighty, thank you.
I was gonna say I'll typically go for the last name. I'll go for the Mr. or Mrs. last name if the first name is something like Deborah, because I would probably bet big money that her relatives and her friends call her Deb, Debbie. You know, if the first name can be nicknamed to some degree, I will still try. I'll just go straight for the last name because again, if the idea of using the first name is to just breed familiarity, like, hey, I know you. What's up, Deborah? You know, but nobody calls her Deborah, only her parents call her Deborah, then it's almost counterproductive. Hey, Cynthia? Oh, I gotta pause it. Ooh wee. Let's go. CWL got paid this morning. Woo wee. There's no better feeling coming from South Central LA. We would do a lot for 10K. I hear you. Can't believe more people don't know about wholesaling. Man, I wish I had something to ring for you or to. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's crazy. 10,000. Easy money. Easy money. Now let's do it again. Let's rinse and repeat. Let's get right back to it. Not to again, not to you know, downplay your success here because that is congratulations. That is awesome. 10,000 got paid this morning. I guess it's not about not going broke to trying to get the second deal. Yeah, I'll tell you from experience. That's where I'm at right now. Because exactly, slow play it. Don't spend any of the. Spend some money. Spend some money. 10,000 is good. I don't know how you're set up with your taxes and stuff, but set a little aside for Uncle Sam. Spend some money. Go enjoy yourself. I'm pretty sure you've been around long enough to know that that's what I did. We went out to Hawaii for a wedding. I splurged. Um, now that my girl's gone, I can talk about it. My second deal, I just bought a ring, so I'm gonna propose. I'm trying to get it by the end of the year, so I've already bought it. It's on its way. It takes like 2 months to ship, so I'm hoping that it gets here before the end of the year, and I'm about to propose. So that's where both my checks went. The first one was Hawaii. The second one was the ring. So, um, you know, I hear what you're saying. It really is not about going broke. Slow play it. Slow play it. Figure out what I really did. I recalibrated. I I figured out what was appropriate. I'll even say, in hindsight, reflection, I probably didn't. I didn't have the budget to start implementing texting right away. I think I was in over my head, and now I'm trying to like just make sure it's sustainable by continuing to stay consistent with it. But I'm not gonna lie, it's eating into the budget. So slow play it. If anything, just do what you did the first time. That's how I got both my deals, just doing the same exact thing. Virtually driving for dollars and cold calling. Virtual drive for dollar, cold call, cold call, cold call. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Get it signed. You know what I mean? So again, congratulations, 10,000. And I hear you. There's a lot you would do for 10,000. I hear you. not to glorify it by any means, but like I've always said, I've always had my hand. Again, this is something in my Instagram bio. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. The link should be in the description. It's in the description of all my. I really don't post that much content. It's something that I'm wanting to work on, but it's in my bio. I've been middleman since 2010. I've always had my hand in something. Trying to be. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, but in the past, it was, not a route that was sustainable. I was on a path that I'm glad that I got out of when I did, without going into crazy detail. Started getting in a little trouble, and it was enough for me to open my eyes and realize that it wasn't sustainable, and that there's better ways. There's better ways to go about making money. And you're right. Can't believe more people don't know about wholesaling. It's like a blessing. It's crazy. I'll hear people tell their story too about learning about wholesaling for the first time, and their reaction is always like, "Wait, like this is what you guys are doing? Like you can do that? You can, you know what I mean?" It's like it really is shocking when you first learn about it. So again, congratulations, CWL. Anybody watching this, do me a favor, drop in the comments like Muhammad did there. Congratulate CWL. It's not going unnoticed. Your success is our success, and until the next one, you know what I mean? I look forward to every time you come into this chat with news about you getting a wire. You know what I mean? Keep bringing that energy on here, and I'm telling you, it's fueling me. I've been saying this. You guys have been fueling me. I feel like I got to go way harder now that you guys are coming into the chats talking about big checks that you guys are getting wired and stuff. It motivates me. So, know that one, your success is not going unnoticed, but also know that your success is motivating to me, and I'm sure it's motivating to anybody else who's going to watch this live or after the fact. It's forever memorialized on this video here. You getting paid, so that's forever right there. Make it last. Make that stretch it. Make it stretch for sure. Like you're saying, don't go broke all at once, but enjoy yourself. Celebrate it. My girl got me a bottle of XO when I closed my first one. So, it comes with it. It comes, this is something, she bought it for me for this particular reason, saying, she's not balling. But once you start associating yourself with those type of things, it adds to the psyche. It brings you onto a different level. Now, every time I go, pour up some heme, $200 bottle, it makes me feel some type of way, and it makes me feel motivated to go make some more money. So, enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Treat yourself. It's worth it. It adds to it. It's not for nothing. So congratulations again. I'm gonna hop back in here, see if I can maybe pull something down. Catch up to you, CWL. Shoot. Trying to line up this again, Spanish speaking person that I'm networking with, trying to get her to call these leads that again are able to communicate to me in English that they want to sell, but prefer, and it's probably just a comfortability thing. This happened at my old job as well. A lot of the people I was dealing with were Spanish speaking. English was their second language, and they knew how to speak it, but they just felt more comfortable speaking in their native tongue, which I completely understand. They're not, especially when it comes to like high level transactions like this, when we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, they want to make sure that they fully understand. So I get that. I'm speaking with a person in my coaching program here who's bilingual, and I'm hoping that I can just establish a long-term relationship with her when I do come across these type of leads, that I can just shoot them her way. Hey, Phyllis.
Yeah?
Phyllis, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Lerner Street.
Yes, I have that property.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call and wanted to see if you would ever consider an offer on your property there. You ever considered selling?
No, I'm going to stay here till my last.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, while I have you, would you or maybe somebody that you know happen to have any property that they would consider selling?
No, I don't know of anybody that's interested in selling.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one. I'm not gonna be such a despicable person to place her on a follow-up, but I'd be lying if I said that the thought didn't cross my mind that she does seem pretty elderly, and she's even talking about staying there until she didn't want to say it, but until she passes away. But I just think that would be pretty ugly of me to set her on a follow-up. Going to take a 30-hour nap, celebrate. Bro. Let's get I will always love dogs a deal now for sure. Let's go, Muhammad. Bro, I'm telling you, that's the nap thing. That hits home with me. That really does resonate. That was something that I have a little vision board on my phone. It's not like a physical vision board. It's actually just on Pinterest. It's like the only thing that I use Pinterest for is just to create a little board for myself so that I can kind of like I meditate in the mornings for like 10 minutes and then I'll just. Hey, Ruben.
Bueno.
Hi, how's it going? I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number here. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Duville Lane. Gosh, that's frustrating. She hung up. I went for it that way because she didn't sound like a Ruben, and I couldn't pronounce the last name. Lasoya. She sounded like she was Spanish speaking anyways. It wasn't Ruben. I'm going to go ahead and just mark it wrong number. But to finish my thought on my on my vision board is just a person sleeping because I am under that same thought process as you are. It's like you don't realize how much you lose out on sleep, or like I try my best to wake up early. I go to sleep really late. You know, I do deliveries and stuff, so I'm out till like 9:30 every night. Come home, eat a little something, kick back, watch like an episode or two of TV that I'm tapping into, and then I'll pass out probably around midnight. Wake up around 6:37. So I still get a good night's sleep, but it's just the constant like when I finish this, I go straight out to do deliveries. I'll eat a little something before, but it's just constant, and it's just so funny that you said that because that I'm gonna pull it up. It's just something that I was longing for when I was in the hunt for my first deal. It just felt like it was never gonna end. Like I was always gonna be in this constant chase to get that first deal. It's still always a constant chase, but to have a little bit of downtime to like kick back, relax, take a nap. I was longing for that feeling. So I hear you. I can resonate with that. It's funny that you say that. I'm sure everybody feels that way. I'm sure it's common. I'm gonna pull it up on the app to show you, but I haven't opened the app in a long time. It's been a while since I've done the visualization thing. I want to get back in the habit of it though. I was doing that before I did my first deal. Sure, it added to the. I'm pretty big on mental, like psyche. Oh, no, I don't have enough storage. Anyways, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I had a picture of a guy taking a nap. But yeah, I'm pretty big on that, like mindset. This is like one of my favorite books. I'll show you here. I recommend it to anybody who's trying to get rich, and it's called Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. I'll put it in the chat. This is like one of my favorite books. I've read it twice. Very short, easy read. You can see the text, like very easy read. But it's just all about mindset, and it showcases what the fuck? It wasn't dialing. somebody answered, I guess. It highlights the fact that none of these books that people associate with success or becoming rich, none of them tell you how to become rich. They tell you how to think, how to act. It's all mindset. And that's what that book's all about, is just getting your mind right so that you can approach your days with the level of energy that you need to, with the certain approach. He calls it doing things in a certain way. But I really like that book for that reason. It's just all mindset, getting your mind right. Nothing will. I mean, it may come, but it won't be sustainable if your mind isn't in the right space. If you're not in the right headspace, you'll never have sustainable success. That's why you'll hear people all the time talk about how broke people come up on a bag and then they blow it and they go broke again. But somebody rich person can lose it all and then get it back the next day. It's like the saying is like I forget who said this, but if you took all the money in the world and you distributed it equally amongst everybody across the planet within a certain amount of time, all of the money will end up back in the same people's hands. The rich will get rich again, the poor will go poor again, and it's all about mindset and financial literacy, right? You got to know like how to act when you get money, what to do with it. But I thought that was so interesting when I heard that. I'm going to take some time and get my sleeping schedule and reset my mind state. Yeah, I feel that. Hey, Thomas?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have the wrong number here. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Colony Lane. Do I have the right number here?
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Derek. I just
But
want.
we're not interested in selling.
Oh, okay. Completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call. Go back and read some Think Rich, Grow Rich, Think and Grow Rich, and a little of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah. That was pretty much like the first book I ever read front to back. I'm gonna be straight with you. And that was maybe like 3 years. Hey, Penny?
Hello, this is Joseph. Yes, sir.
Hey, sorry, I'm not sure if I have the right number here. Hopefully you can help me out. So I was looking for the owner of a property on Garrettsville Street.
Yes, sir. That would be me, but I'm not interested in selling.
Oh, okay. Completely understand.
Uh,
While I have you, would you
Okay.
happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
I do have, but no, I don't want to sell.
Okay. All right. Completely understand. Appreciate you taking the call.
Thank you.
Bye now. Why you should always ask. He had them, but he's not wanting to sell. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I got that one down here too. So yeah, I got Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, if you like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Hey, Floor.
Hmm?
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Enide Street.
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's alright.
How the hell would you pronounce Enid? Enid? E-N-I-D? Enid Street? Enid? Enid Street? Why did anybody name that street that name? They know I can't pronounce that. The hell? Oh, wrong number. What was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if you're interested, if you like that. Hey, Mr. Lopez.
Thank you for calling. Pyramid.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, is Miss Holyfield? I'm gonna go ahead and say that was the wrong number. Pretty sure I pronounced that right. Holyfield is the only other way I can think. He's gonna recommend. It's called the ABCs of Real Estate Investing. It has nothing to do with wholesaling, but I like it. It's by Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy is like, hey Solomon,
No.
hello, hello, can you hear me? It's by Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy is like Robert Kiyosaki's. It's like he. What's the best analogy? It's like he is Robert Kiyosaki's wholesaler. Ken McElroy brings Robert Kiyosaki opportunities to invest his money into real estate. And it's come to the point now. You can YouTube him. I'm gonna type him in here. Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy, I think is how you spell that. McElroy, yeah. You can watch some videos of him and Robert Kiyosaki, but essentially Robert says it's to the point now where Ken brings him a deal and he doesn't even need to know. Like he placed 100% trust and faith into Ken McElroy, and all he has to do is ask him how much money he wants. It's like it's such a trip to hear him say that, but essentially he just says, "Look, we've already built a relationship. I know you're not going to screw me over, and I know also that you're not going to ever ask me for money if there's any chance in hell that I'm not going to make a return on my investment." So it's at the point now where Ken goes to Robert and he's like, "Hey, I need $1 million for this project," and then he'll just give it to him, and he'll start getting returns on it. He primarily does property management. Ken McElroy has a property management company. It's like national, I'm pretty sure. And what he does is he focuses on multifamily, big multi-unit apartment complexes. And he is all about cash flow and maximizing cash flow based off of, you know, repairs. It's essentially the same thing, but it's at a grand level. So he adds an automatic gate in the front of the apartment complex, which adds that extra sense of security. And then he goes around and he charges every single unit an extra $50 in rent because it's justified. He'll throw in, a couple more laundry machines. He'll up the rent by $25. He'll, you know what I mean? He'll add a fitness center and he'll up the rent by $100 for everybody. And again, it's just that's what he does. He finds opportunity to maximize profit from multifamily, and that's what he'll do. So that's kind of what that book is about, ABCs of Real Estate. But at the same time, it does give you like a general grasp of, different areas of real estate and how people navigate through the industry. But for something, now that we're on the topic of wholesaling, what I took a lot from is this book right here by Todd Fleming. If you can't wholesale after this, I've got nothing for you. This is a good one. If you can't wholesale after this, I've got nothing for you by Todd Fleming. Read this one. This one is obviously geared towards wholesaling and gives you, for somebody who's already doing deals, it may be like a little redundant, but again, it's just good to kind of refresh and revisit all this information. But your step-by-step guide to build financial freedom through real estate investment involving none of your own cash or credit. This is a good one. This is a good one, and it's very actionable. Like right here, they give you scripts, like script 2, title company gatekeeper. It's like literally how you want to talk to your title company or how you want to talk to your sellers, your attorneys. So I really haven't referred back to this, but now that I've just cracked it open now, I feel like I can revisit this book and it'll help me out. I mean, this is a good one. If you can't wholesale after this, I've got nothing for you by Todd Fleming. That's a good one. I'm going to put that on the top of the stack because I'm going to take a peek at that probably tomorrow morning. Keep going here. This person just texted me back saying for sale as is 299,000. Knowing the area, that's probably high, but I'm going to take a peek, see what it's looking like on Zillow for now. Don't want to overwhelm myself while I'm on the dialer. If it seems worth it, I'll run some comps real quick.
Leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Yeah, it's high. That's probably ARV. It's 299. Zestimate's 262. In this area, in the Houston area in general, I find that ARV tends to sit anywhere from 10 to 15, all the way, upwards of 60,000, above and beyond the Zestimate. So, regardless, even if it is like, even if the ARV ends up being like even probably like 75,000 more than the Zestimate here, I still think their asking price is a little too high. Yeah, I mean it's too high. They're asking 35,000 over the Zestimate, and they're talking as is. So even just them mentioning as is, I would assume that there's going to be repairs needed to it. But I'm gonna give them a response. I'm just not gonna respond right away because it's not really urgent. It's clearly interested though. See what the estimate that PropStream gives it. Yeah. 284 is the estimate on PropStream. I'm just gonna run some comps real quick. Um, 3.2, 2,100 square feet, lot size 6,700, built in 1998. Going residential, single family. Make sure I'm comparing apples to apples. 2,100 square feet. I'm gonna do a minimum of 1,800. Still kind of smaller than I'd like. I think it's like three. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1,900. 1,900 minimum. And then like a 2,300 maximum. It seems like I need to expand that. I will. Built in 1998. I'll go minimum 1990, maximum 2008. That gives me 5 properties that are all relatively close. If not, yeah, all of them are in the same subdivision. So nothing here pushes higher than 268 is the max. That one is the most recently sold in early November. That one is 200 square feet smaller, so maybe ours could push 288. A little bit smaller on the lot, but it is 2 years newer, so I'll allow those to offset. Ours maybe can pull in 288. What's the estimate? 284. Yeah. This one sold for 260. This one has an extra bath or extra half bath and extra bedroom. So we got to take a discount for that. It's about 100 square feet smaller, 255. Yeah. So, I mean, I think ours is anywhere from like 255 to 285. Call it 285 to be like really overly optimistic. 285. My max would be somewhere around even on a light rehab, I would have to be at 200. So I'm not even going to bother giving him a response, to be quite honest. I'm going to go ahead and mark him as, or tag him rather, as high asking price. That's it. And I like to tag them just because, I mean, it's not like he's not interested, obviously. He's just throwing his number out, but yeah, it's not something that I can work with. And I don't find, or I don't think that it's worth my time to try to determine if he's willing to take $100,000 haircut. I would essentially have to be max. Again, this is on a light rehab, so if there's anything more than carpet and paint needed, I would have to be under 200. So I'm already offering him 66% of what his asking price is, but I'm likely going to have to be probably somewhere closer to 50%. So I just don't think that he is prepared to make that kind of deal. and I don't really care to, explore that conversation to really determine if he is prepared to make that kind of deal. Because he's not. He gave me his. I mean, I didn't ask for a price. He just gave it to me, and it was high, way high. All right, fine. I'll ask him. Jeez, guys, get off my back. I'll ask him. Let's see if I have a template for this high asking price. Yeah. Okay. I don't like that. Have homes in your area been selling for about that much? I don't like that. For sale as is, $299. We'll say, all right. Could you tell me a bit about the condition of the place? Are any major or minor repairs needed? In parentheses, roof, AC unit, kitchen, bathrooms, etc. That's kind of what I like to do. I'm not going to get on the phone with this guy and waste my time because, again, I'm leaning more on the side of him not being interested. So if he is truly interested, or at least interested enough to reply to that one text right there about me asking the condition, then I might entertain it. But for the most part, people who are like that, who are like, yeah, 300,000. And then I say, okay, can you tell me about it? They never text back because they weren't really serious in the first place. Yeah. So I'm cool with just tossing that out there to see. And then if he does reply saying, yeah, it doesn't need any work at all, then I'm like, okay, maybe I can get him down some. But again, we're so far apart. I would have to like reset his expectations wholeheartedly, like so much so that it would likely take him out of the realm of being interested in selling. Again, though, interesting that he said as is. But I guess that did set me up pretty perfectly to ask about the condition. About 150 properties left here on my dialer. Going through the list. Appreciate you guys who are tapped in right now watching this live. Appreciate you guys if you're watching this after the fact too and you've made it this far in the video. That's love. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. I know I sound like a broken record, but Adrian?
Yeah.
How's it going? This is Derek. Sorry, I know this is a bit random, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on Victor Street.
On Fitchter?
Yeah.
Not interested in selling. I'm trying to get those people to finish building so I can get moved back in there.
Oh, okay. Well, completely understand that. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling at the moment?
No, sir.
No, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the call.
All
right, bye now. Fitchter. I think it's Victor. Fitchter. That just doesn't sound right to me. But yeah, it really does help me out. I've said this on a few different videos. I think it's so funny because now that I am hopping on YouTube pretty regularly, I now understand what these YouTubers are talking about when they say it really does help out the channel, helps out the algorithm, and it's 100% true. I'll go into my analytics and kind of take a peek. Not like I have so many views on there that it's giving me much feedback. It's not a big enough sample size, but I'll tell you what, the videos that I have the most likes on also have the most views. The ones that I have the most comments on also have the most views. And now, since my subscriptions have gone up, I've gotten 10 in the last 28 days. Hey, Gary? Hello? Hello, is this Mr. or Mrs. Herta?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Might have the wrong number. Maybe you could help me out. So I was looking for the owner of a property on Eubank Street. Oh, wrong number. Yeah. and I was gonna say since my subscriptions have gone up as well, obviously the amount of views that I get within like the first 24 or 48 hours is way more. I finally, my first video hit 40 views, which was like a little milestone for me. So that was cool. Yeah. So trying to run the channel up, trying to more so take down some of these deals. So that I can get some, honestly, I want to build a computer really bad. Want to build a PC so that I can get some streaming software. You know what I also might do too is this is a thought that I had right before I hopped on today. Because every time I hop on, I'm like, damn, like this like half-ass stream again. What I might do is just go clear my computer, just wipe it of all my old shit because I still have like all my college assignments on here, all of my, you know what I mean, just like stuff that I'm never gonna use again in my life. So I can go ahead and just wipe it clean. And I'm hoping that if I free up enough space, I don't really know how computers operate, but I think that by doing that, it will like increase the amount of RAM, which would allow me to run something like the streaming software on it more efficiently. I could be mistaken though, but I think that that's the case. If I had to guess,
message, and I will return your call just as
it's
soon
at
as
least
possible.
worth a try, in my opinion. Because again, I'm never going to use that stuff in my life. All the past assignments, just wasting room on my computer. He said, no major, some minor repairs. So he responded to my question, no major, some minor.
Your name and phone number after.
Now I'm going to just kind of go for the
Tone. Please record
the gusto here and say something. Hello?
Sí, ¿con quién que te hablan?
Hi, is this Mr. or Mrs. North?
No.
No, okay, I'm sorry. That was trippy. I had all those lined up back to back to back. They answered like perfectly. But I was gonna say no major, some minor. I'm gonna say okay, got it. If we were able to come to an agreement on something that works for both of us, how quickly were you looking to sell? Now, if he replies to that, saying something like, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to like work around his deflection. He's deflecting. Yeah. For as is 300,000. Okay. Can you tell me about the condition of the place? No major, some minor. Just being very short. So I'm trying to like work around that and trying to pull out the answers to what I need by kind of asking creatively. So if he tells me, yeah, I'm trying to sell it quickly, then I know that there's probably something else going on. And he's just trying his best to kind of hide his motivation, which is what a lot of sellers do. They don't want to come outright and say, oh, I have crazy bills. I got to pay for this, that, and this, and I'm desperate. I need to sell. Nobody wants to come on the phone and say that. That makes for poor negotiation. Because I'm going to take advantage of you if you come on the phone and you say that. I hate to say it, but I will. I'm going to exploit that. That sounds really bad of me, but I'm not just speaking about me, I guess. If anybody gets along with anybody and they play their cards before I show my hand, I'm going to exploit it. So Nobody wants to do that, but I'm trying to, again, get creative in how I'm asking these questions to maybe like read between the lines, right? So if he tells me I'm wanting to sell in the next 30 days, I can assume that he's motivated, and that asking price that he threw out there is negotiable. So now I don't even have to ask if it's negotiable. I might ask, hey, okay, well, if we're able to do it in that time frame, is that 299 negotiable? That just seems a little bit out of our price range as an investor. That's probably going to be my next approach there. Again, typically the idea is to get them on the phone from text as quickly as possible, because the more I go back and forth, the less inclined this guy's going to be to text back. He's just going to start thinking to himself, this guy's not serious. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, you don't want to just hop on the phone with anybody and everybody that replies favorably to your text, because it's still not, it may not be a good fit. You got to make best use of your time. All right, I'm gonna bring this down to 100 properties, about 15 left, and then I gotta cut. Hey, Alondra?
Nope, sorry, you got the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Available to take your call.
Voicemail. Like I just said, I'm gonna call down another 10, 20 properties before I hit it. So keep your fingers crossed. Hey, Michael? Do me a favor. On the count of 3, everybody hit the like button to give me some good luck. 1, 2, 3. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I can almost guarantee. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is Mr. Giannis?
I'm sorry?
I may have the wrong number here. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for the owner of a property on Barres Street.
Yeah, you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can almost guarantee a hot lead now that I've gotten so much good luck from the likes. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is Mr. Estrella?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I have the right number here. Hopefully you can help me out. I was looking for
Sure.
the owner of a property on Bangs Road.
Oh, I think you got the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
All right.
Maybe I'll just call through the rest of the list. 95 properties left. All right, I'm jumping off of the dialer here. Let's see. I really didn't feel like I talked to many of the people who I was looking to speak with. So once I kicked up the number of lines, my abandon rate definitely increased. It was sitting around 34%. So 1 out of every 3 people that actually picked up the phone, I wasn't there to talk with because I was on the other line. But let's see how many contacts I pulled in today. I really don't think it was too much. Quick reports. Account call disposition statistics for today. 12 contacts. Yeah, it really wasn't that much at all. I had 27 wrong numbers. Again, that should reduce the more times I call through the list because I'm trimming the fat. 12 contacts, not very strong, but I'm glad I did it. Again, it comes down to the consistency. It's a whole lot better than talking to 0 people. So the more people I talk to, the more likelihood that higher likelihood, greater probability of me speaking with somebody who wants to sell. So I'm gonna keep pushing, keep it going. I'm trying to get on CWL's level. Again, congratulations, CWL. I'm gonna kind of close it out here. Appreciate anybody and everybody who hopped on here live. Anybody who's already dropped a like, I appreciate you. Really, from the bottom of my heart. I started this channel not thinking that anybody was gonna watch. I really did. I went into it with the intention of just kind of documenting for my own personal benefit. But the fact that you guys are hopping on, not only just hopping on and showing love and support, but hopping on and sharing your success as well is crazy to me. Never in a million years did I think that I was gonna even just like be involved in around people who are also doing deals like this. So CWL, congratulations for anybody who is watching this after the fact and may not be able to see the chat for some reason. CWL just closed on a wholesale deal, got a 10K wire, hit his bank account this morning. Sounds like he's going to take a long nap after that one and kind of reposition and recalibrate so that he can keep it pushing and go after that next one. I loved when Jerry Norton says this. If anybody follows Jerry Norton, he says, you're not trying to do a wholesale deal. You are trying to build a company that does deals. So remember that, CWL. It's something that I am still working on. To be quite honest, I fell back. I'm gonna be honest. I fell back when I got that second check. I thought shit was sweet. You know what I mean? I had money in my account, and I thought that it was gonna last forever. It didn't. And now I'm kind of back on the grind, back on the hunt. So, like you said, make the money stretch. You know what I mean? Make it go a long ways. That's $10,000. If you aren't desperate and you're able to reinvest a good chunk of that back into the business, you can do a whole lot with that. So I look forward to your near future success and that next deal that you bring to the chat. Anybody else who's doing deals, bringing successes to the chat, continue doing so. Anybody who's having minor success, bring it to the chat. It doesn't even have to be a closed deal. If you get a contract, even if you get a lead, even if you just hopped on the dialer. I know somebody, it might have even been, I will always love dogs, Muhammad. He may have even came on the channel the other day, last week, and just said, hey, did my first day on the dialer. You know what I mean? And that's awesome to me. You don't have to be doing deals to know that you're taking steps that other people aren't. It takes a lot of confidence. It takes confidence, and it takes you to be in a good state of mind to be able to get on the dialer and deal with the hate that comes with it, to deal with the negativity that comes with it. This isn't for everybody. So the fact that CWL is closing deals, the fact that I will always love dogs is hopping on the dialer, it means something. You know what I mean? You're different. And it's nothing to be taken for granted. You're different for good reasons. We are all different. We're all unique, and we're wanting more for ourselves and our families. And remember, that's what it's all about. So again, CWL, congratulations. Incredible job. $10,000. Nothing to be taken for granted, not to be taken lightly. That is amazing. And I look forward to you continue bringing these type of success stories to the chat, as well as anybody else who is subscribed or just kind of tapping into view. If you're not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. My goal is 50 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm sitting right around 31. So I think we can make it happen if, we make the push and I stay consistent by hopping on here and providing value. So that's what I plan to do moving forward. Going to probably fall back a little bit around Thanksgiving. I don't plan on dialing on Thursday, Thanksgiving, or Black Friday the day after. I may hop on Saturday just so that I can keep up with my numbers. But other than that, I am going to fall back a little bit. But I do plan on hopping on tomorrow. Probably going to do something similar like I did today, kind of text off stream. And then once I'm done texting and getting out the text messages, hop on the stream so that you guys can hear me doing some cold calling and some follow-up. So look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And I always look forward to seeing you in all my live sessions. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, we cover everything wholesaling real estate on this channel. And if that's something that you're interested in, please feel free. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. I go live at least once a day, Monday through Friday. Cold calls, follow-ups, the whole nine. Watch me bring a contract to close. That's my goal. Watch me, lock it up and bring it all the way to the closing table. I think that's all the announcements that I wanted to make. Oh, and if JLEP ends up watching this, I know I owe you a video about a purchase and sale agreement. I recorded it this weekend. Literally sat down, made a point to record it, but then after the fact realized that I need to be including some other stuff in there, some disclaimers, because I'm not an attorney and I don't want it to be misconstrued as legal advice. So I'm going to re-record it, throw some disclaimers up in the front of the video to let everybody know that it's not legal advice, yada, yada, the spiel. So I will re-record that and I will get it to you. I promise. It's on the top of my mind and it's top of my priority list. So maybe I'll do that like Thursday and Friday when I'm not calling. If anybody else wants to see anything specific in terms of content, please drop a comment. I really do want to tailor my content to some of my early subscribers. So if you have anything that you're interested in, anything that you need some clarification on, I'm not going to, step out of my lane and try to answer a question that I don't know, but feel free to bring some type of questions, comments, concerns to me. And, if you want to, again, see any specific type of pre-recorded content aside from the stream, let me know and I'll definitely put it on the list and I'll make a point to fit it into my schedule to record that for you guys. Just want to, show you guys as much appreciation and love that you guys are showing me. So again, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Until the next one. Peace.